We absolutely do need to free spending, cut taxes, to limit regulations. I'm the only candidate up here who is a proponent of a fair tax. Despite criticism from my opponents, kind of broad brush criticism, no specifics offered. The fact of the matter is, you as an American, you should be able to take home your entire paycheck. You shouldn't have to justify your existence to the federal government every April 15th. You as a free person shouldn't have to hold receipts in shoeboxes and beg for and go and hire someone to comply with a law that Americans ought to be able to comply with without seeking professional help. This is not an example of freedom, this is an example of tyranny. Now, speaking of fiscal conservatism, I do want to take this moment to thank from the bottom of my heart my volunteers and supporters of my campaign, because we have run a campaign literally on a shoestring budget. And so the essence of fiscal conservatism, having been outraged by my opponents about 7-1, is truly remarkable. And so I thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. In a broader picture, in a bigger picture, though, I want to thank all the volunteers who have been part of all of our campaigns, because you're engaged in this political process. This is what representative government is about. So my heartfelt thanks to every single one of you. Well, except for those, I must say, Jesse's volunteers are a little bit more busy than most. So those of you who have been taking down my sign, I would appreciate if you would refrain from that. But beyond that, to all of you who have remained, maintained the dignity of the system, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, here we go. Look, clean the butt off here real quick. There has never once been any evidence that the greatest volunteers in Southern Arizona, which are the Jesse Kelly volunteers, the Jesse Kelly volunteers made it so Jesse Kelly is not in debt in my campaign. We've raised $500,000 because of our volunteers. Our volunteers, 1,500 of them, have knocked on 20,000 doors, and we're kicking everyone's rear end in this primary because of our volunteers. That's what our volunteers do. And they will not be shared by any other candidate. I don't care how low they feel like they are. Ever. Not ever. As far as the budget deficit goes, stop electing liberals. It's called a 10% flat tax. If 10% is good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for the federal government. Of America, because right now communist China knows more about free markets than the United States of America right now. Second highest corporate tax rate in the world, this heavy progressive income tax that punishes success, punishes risk-taking. We don't do that in this nation. Not now, not ever. You keep what you earn in the United States, then business will come home, it will employ people, and the supply side economics will create the economic growth that will basically give us victory in this nation, that will return the United States of America. And let me reiterate again, thank you to my volunteers for kicking everyone's rear end. You're the best. Thank you.
Putting out dating Hayworth and picket signs, and on many occasions we have found signs destroyed or hidden. On Wednesday around 1 p.m. afternoon, we put 2 picket signs at First and Wetmore at each entrance of the complex. The very next day they were gone. I volunteer in the Hayworth office, and their signs have never been destroyed or taken, and neither has Bruce or Jesse's. And it seemed for a long time I thought it was Democrats doing it, but it became apparent to me that many times Jesse's were branded while the Miller signs were down and left on the side of the road. The last straw was the urine-saturated pavement sign, while Jesse's untouched. I took it to Jesse's office, and right away they told me I was not allowed on the property because I had a pavement shirt on. I went into the office and asked to talk to who's in charge. I explained that this has been going on too long and has to stop. They told me that they had permission from the owner to remove them from the property, and then I was told to get out.